In the last episode, most of the members of my party visited me in my office and gave me a quest. So today, we're getting back to work. Not before I pet my loyal doggo, though. Okay, I'm ready. Wait, I want to talk to... what's his face? Ulfar. Where is he? Ulfar?
Broke free the bold from captors grasping. Dark cities, feeble dungeons, eternally disgracing. Flows now this saga in the hall of glorious feasting, where all extol the wolf mighty and the yet fatter cunning. I hope you're not going to put off the feast. Our escape demands a grand celebration.
What are you planning to do with your newly acquired freedom?
Find my pack. As we speak, they are likely performing some bloody service for Calcazar. For that reason, I want to have a word with the Inquisitor.
Why do you call me at Vater?
This is the name given on Fenris to a pack father, a commander or captain. An Edfater answers to a Jarl, the commander of a great company. Since you are the one who commands your crew, and I follow you at present, I am granting you the honored title of Edfater. You, of course, are a maiden, not a father. But we have no word meeting maiden commander in our tongue, as all space wolves are men.
Thank you for this honor.
Be worthy of it, and see that you do not disgrace this glorious rank.
Why do you devour your enemies?
Why do you think?
The answer seems clear to you. This bloodthirsty warrior has simply gone mad in captivity. Come to think of it, he was probably slightly deranged even before he was taken prisoner. I have some fairly grisly ideas.
What are you suggesting? Do you think that being a prisoner has corrupted me and sown within me a foul yearning for flesh? Do not provoke the wolf. Do you know of the implant called the omophagia? It is one of the blessings the All-Father granted to his Astartes. Nerve nodes that connect the stomach walls and the spinal cord allow me to absorb information from the genetic code of the flesh I consume. I have slain many Xenos and feasted on their flesh. My captors have watched me do it and taken glee in it, while I have been gathering information and planning my escape.
Tell me about your brothers, the Space Wolves.
Not everyone is granted the right to ask such questions. But you... I shall allow it. What do you want to know about the Astartes from the glorious Fenris?
Who are the Space Wolves?
Vilka Fenrika. That is our name in the old tongue of our world. We are the fiercest of the All-Father's warriors, his executioners, his retribution. Our fearless Wolf King is Lehman Russ, son of the All-Father. Our world is Fenris, and our home the Fang, which rises from the world's spine into orbit. We are the thunder in the bloody storm of battle that calls to us. That is who we are.
Glory to the wolves of Fenris! Smiling in satisfaction, the wolf graces you with a magnanimous nod.
But There is more to our spirit than grim destruction alone. In the Hall of Heroes, we hold feasts the likes of which you will see nowhere else. To thundering laughter, we raise our horns, tell our sagas, and honor our glorious fallen. Though the body of an Astartes is built to be immune to the effects of drink, we invented a way around this taboo. The mead we brew can overcome even our blood. It makes us drunk, and makes our feasts jovial occasions. Mead. You can brew it nowhere else but on good old Fenris. No other world is home to such poisonous plants.
Fenris, what is it like?
Fenris is home. A harsh land of harsh winters and harsh people. When comes the Hellwinter, a fearsome season of frosts, the merciless world sea freezes, and great white bears, snow wyrms, and ice trolls go on the hunt. Then, the murderous frost retreats, and boats of harpooners sail out to ply their craft, capturing sea snakes and krakens. And then comes the season of fire. Volcanoes awaken. Waves wash over whole islands, and only the land of Asaheim offers salvation to those whose blood and grit win them the right to live upon it. Clan fights clan. Crows circle over battlefields, and wolf howls rise up to the sky. That is my beloved home. There is no place in the universe like it. Tell me, Edvator, what is the most fearsome foe on Fenris?
Fenris is known as a death world for good reason. There must be dozens of lethal creatures that inhabit the planet, but which is more fearsome than all the rest? Wolves?
One cannot speak of Fenris without mentioning its wolves. Wolves are fearsome, but there are no more fearsome wolves than us. The curse of the Wolfen is the most fearsome and most terrible foe on Fenris. In the heart of every brother, there lives a dark beast, bloody and forever ravenous. He hungers to kill, not for glory or duty, or his battle brothers, but solely for the sake of killing. For he who falls to that dark beast, there is no joy or thrill in slaughter. There is but dull rancor.
In icons I have seen, Astartes look much less wild.
Our gene seed is unique. Lehman Russ blessed us with the Canis Helix, a genetic gift that heightens our senses, making them sharper than those of brothers from other chapters. The Canis Helix kindles a bloodthirst in our hearts and changes our appearance to resemble the lethal wolves of Fenris.
For a Space Marine chapter, you are far from orthodox.
The wolves do not take orders from outsiders. We keep the old ways, not the Codex Astartes. We fight in packs, and we are trained and healed by our wise rune and wolf priests. We do not find honor in adorning ourselves in laurels, but instead etch the full names of our fallen kin as a promise of vengeance, and draw strength from that promise.
What do you believe in?
We believe in the great wolves, in the deadly Blackbane and fierce Drakan the Thunderwolf, in the redoubtable Hagar the Mountain Wolf, and in the Bloodied Hunter. In the wolf that stalks between stars, who follows us wherever we may go. and in the uncanny two-headed Morkai, guard of the realm of the dead. Of the great wolves, some show us their favor. Others are more malign. But each teaches us a lesson. For that, we praise and honor them.
Does that mean you do not believe in the immortal Emperor of humanity as a god?
The All-Father is not a god. He is the best of all humans, our perfect forebear. His blood flowed through the veins of Lehman Russ, and Russ's blood flows in me. Does that make me a god? My respect for him has no end, and I am ready to die for him. But what place does faith have here? Is the All-Father like the massive Iron Wolf, whose every tuft of fur forms a mountain on the surface of Fenris? Or is he as enormous as the Sun Wolf, which rises to hunt every morning and fills our world with light? The All-Father is not a god, but the highest of humanity. Ordinary humans struggle to grasp this. But we, his warriors and offspring, remember the truth.
Well, I believe that the Emperor is the god of humanity and our guardian.
Believe what you wish, Edvater. The All-Father never wanted us to revere him as a god, but we are not ordinary men. I do not know what his intentions were for the rest of you.
What else do your wise priests do?
Lacan the Ruined Wolf once shared the mysteries of the healing potions and the secrets of magic sagas. He taught them to see the past and future in throne runes, to call down storms, and to carve powerful talismans.
You sense not the slightest power emanating from the charm Ulfar is wearing. You spoke of full names that give you strength. What is your name in that case?
Ulfar Redmane. That is what my brothers call me.
Given the warrior's boastful nature, the indifference with which he revealed his name is surprising. It seems he does not trust you enough to disclose his true name. I understand.
Do you? And there I was, about to round off my story with a short 400-verse saga about the gifts of Lacan the Ruined Wolf.
My curiosity has been satisfied.
Should what I told you reach other ears, I shall take your tongue.
How nice. How did you end up here?
What do you want to know? What brought the Space Wolves to the Expanse? Or how I ended up in the non-human's Dark City?
How did you come to the Koronus Expanse?
An Inquisitor by the name of Kalkazar put out a call for aid. My Wolf Lord did not refuse him, and had 2 packs deployed to the Expanse. We never trusted this ally, but a blood debt for a service rendered in the past forced our hand.
The Inquisition wields immense power. The entire chapter might have come to the Koronus Expanse had Kalkazar requested it. What debt did you owe the Inquisitor?
He saved our brother who had lost the pack and was unable to look after himself or the chapter's honor. Kalkazar returned our brother to Fenris and kept secret the misfortune that had befallen him. The Jarl knew that the Inquisitor's actions were driven by opportunism, and the desire to have us mighty warriors in his debt. But honor forced him to be hospitable to the stranger, and swear an oath of friendship.
Why did the Space Wolves not trust the Lord Inquisitor?
The Inquisition. Rats scurrying around the All-Father's house and ruling it in the Master's absence. Cowards they are. The last into battle, but the first on any war council. We saw what they were worth in the months of shame.
I have never heard of the Months of Shame. It is probably something from Fenrisian history. What are the Months of Shame?
An ancient strife. If you do not know of it, then you are not supposed to know.
I do not trust Kalkazar. He is suspicious.
We also decided to be cautious. His words flowed like honey, and he seemed an honorable man. But lies always look like truth, don't they? That arrogant chief thought he could give us orders. But we wolves have always followed our own instincts and hunted in our own way. I wager that boiled his blood.
What do you know of Xavier Kalkazar's plans and objectives?
In warm furs, the old man does shroud his body. In cloaks of secrets woven, shrouds the sly man his plans. To know his dire purpose, swallow not the words of poison, but his gristle.
How did you end up as a captive?
We had gone on a raid for Xenos prisoners and fell into a trap. We had no war machines to support us, and some of our squad were wounded, so we were forced to retreat. I ordered my battle brothers to leave, but I remained behind to meet our guests. I do not know how many of the feeble wretches I slew, but I would have killed even more had their towering piles of bodies not hindered me in combat. They wounded me and captured me. They froze the joints in my armor. When they dragged me to their ship, two of my battle brothers descended upon the Xenos and tried to free me. An insane plan, but it almost succeeded. Almost. And so, there were 3 of us taken captive. And then there were 2. And then I was alone once again.
What happened to the other 2?
They fell with honor.
Your fallen brothers, who were they?
Their saga is one I will not sing to you. You have spilled no blood with them, nor shared with them meat unmilled. Their spirits might be outraged if they knew I had sung of their deeds to a stranger.
I am sorry they died.
Yes, so am I.
Tell me about your time in Komorra.
These are dark days you are asking about, Edvater. Let my keen-edged friend be a witness to the ferocity of my words. I was given to Tarvantius for his amusement. In the arenas of Komorra, Astartes are a rarity. And he sent me out there to kill gladiators. Living as an inglorious butcher and a Xenos' puppet, I hated it. Constantly. Every moment. I had to take care of my mind before it was twisted to the 7 hells. Every morning I made entreaties to the All-Father, and every night I appealed to Russ. I trained my body, read the litanies, and in the darkest moments I recited my own saga. I recalled every battle, every wound, every brother. And that is how I survived. I always survive.
I see.
This was a bleak saga, Itvator.
Answer a few questions about yourself.
Instinct bids me to remain silent. Such knowledge is not to be shared with just anyone. Only those who possess my complete trust.
So be it then, I must take my leave.
Fenris Hjoda, Itvator.
He is so cool, and I love his voice actor. Agenta!
Greetings.
Oh. Nothing new there. How about Jai, though? She said she wanted to talk to me, but I think we already covered that.
You are spoiling me with the splendor of your presence again, Shireen. Have you decided to treat your soul to the fruits of my eloquence? Or do you wish to discuss business with the newly appointed owner of a Mercatum Tabula Officiale?
We need to discuss what is going on between us.
Is there a sweeter subject in the universe to discuss, Shireen? You have my full attention.
Do you like being with me?
Ask the rose if it likes to receive the kisses of the sun every morning. Ask the sand dune if it likes to feel the caressing and playful touch of the wind. Ask and hear my answer, Sherry.
I am inviting you to my chambers.
Not now. Not today. You will probably laugh at me, but I'm afraid to be alone with you without my mask. Vulnerability is frightening. But I know I will overcome my fear in time.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Oh, I have no doubt you will.
Alright, let's get back to business. I've had enough of talking. We've been talking for way too long. There's also Nomos. Let's see, talk to Iliad aboard the Void ship. Iliad?
The Dark City released us from its thorny embrace. The wounds of the body will heal. But what about the wounds of the soul? Cruderach fell, and its demise shattered the fragile lives of countless children of Osirian. Scattered across this part of the galaxy, hounded by the monkey, pursued by the Dark Cousins, imprisoned by the servants of She Who Thirsts. Hatred is strangling me like a snake, and fear is coursing through my body like a burning poison. For the path I chose is leading me down the roads of failure. I can neither hold back my grief, nor rein in my anger. And yet, I am powerless to stray from my path. Pay no heed to my fleeting wrath, Alantark. When the will slips away, the soul trembles with rampant emotions. But I will resign my heart to meekness, for there is no other way a marked outcast can help their fellow Eldari wandering in the dark.
Cruderach suffered an inevitable fate. I am sorry your world is lost.
I have no need for your sympathy, Alantark. Besides, neither Monkey nor my dark kin found the decaying remnants of Cruderach. Perhaps all is not lost. Perhaps we may yet bring back what has been taken.
Many terrible things happened in Komorra. Are you all right?
I found myself in the Dark City after following the twisted roads of truth and lies. And although the truth blossomed like an ugly bud and scratched my soul with its thorns, I did find the answers to my questions. Those who come back from the dark of the Webway will never be the same. But it is we who change while the surrounding world remains imminent. This thought gives me strength.
What will happen to the seer now?
As soon as Eklendil gathers his strength, he will depart the Lilithon through the Webway Gate. Do not ask where his path takes him. He follows the road of his own destiny. It is as it should be.
So where does the path of the outcast lead you now?
On the trail of a monkey called Caligos Winterscale. Even a worm may harm a wounded tiger by bringing infection into an open wound. And the wounds of my people have been bleeding ever since Crudarach's demise. The spirits of my kin need a poultice, a hope, not the executioner's sword already poised to fall.
I'd like to ask some other questions.
You may try.
Oh, okay, we cannot ask anything else. Anyway. I think that's more than enough to determine the role of the House of Malachus. Okay, these are Chapter 4 stuff. I think we will start with side missions. Check my contracts. I don't have any contracts. How about my colonies? Looks like I have nothing at all to build for now. Okay. Back to the Coronus Expanse map. Where are we currently? On Janus. Governor Vias Estate. Do we have anything to do on Janus? Fuck if I know. Oh wait, we have contracts. Good lord. We have a lot of fucking contracts. It didn't show me anything before this. Is that all? I think I got them all. The Lord Captain's presence will be required. This is where? Foulstone. Yeah, I've never went to Foulstone. Show me my colonies. Oh, I don't think I can build anything. Wait! I have things to build. Jesus Christ. Chant of Stagnation. Eldario. Oh, this is good. The complacency is dropping though. Caspalica mission. Security is dropping. You want Xenotech and provisions. This one needs people. I'll take the Caspalica mission, I think. God damn it, this one is so good though. I'll take it. Foulstone? Goodness me. Caligay of Saint Keith. Recover all their wounds and gain 2 AP this turn. Missionaries. Light of Faith. The deflection against Xenos and demons. Lord Captain's Void Ship gains the Sanctified Projectiles feature. 4 microcannon damage against Chaos and Xenos enemies. Ooh, this one's nice. Imperial Navy plus 5,000 RP. Holy Prey. Blessed Lamp of Petrakara. Damn, this one is so good though. I'll take it. I can build more? In that case, I will build this. Crucible. The Holy Woman feature grants 10% damage for 2 turns and 20 temporary wounds when a character uses their origin ability. I have no idea what the origin ability is. But I'll do this as well. Reliquary. Piety Charge. 45% armor penetration. All collisions caused by the Thunder Hammer pushing attacks deal 300% more damage. All targets hit by this thunder hammer must pass an agility resistant test with a den bonus or fall prone. Holy Prey. Don't much care about this one. Or the shoes. This is heretical though. More security, complacency. Well, I can build all of these? Jesus Christ, we have so many. This Balika mission, I'll take it. The Vial of Falsto. At the start of combat, the wearer gains MP equal to their resolve. The wearer cannot be slowed. If the wearer has dogmatic votary, they gain 2 resolve for each rank in dogmatic and cannot be immobilized. Fang of Perdition. The wearer gains 15 coercion and 15 lore Xeno. But Fellowship of the Void though. I'll also take... All allies deal 10% damage with melt and plasma weapons. Efficiency... I'll take the Vial of Falsto. And I'll take... this one as well. Well, I can build all of these. Pleasure World. Watcher from Above. The wielder of the sword gains a 25% bonus to dodge and 25% bonus to parry. Enemies hit by the sword suffer a minus 25 penalty to their weapon skill until the wielder next turn. Most warriors prefer swords for they provide more flexibility of the blah 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 blah. Execute Dargonus. Eyes of J. Where this is for Heinrichs, most likely. Remembered in Prayers feature. Willpower and 1 resolve. Drusians. 5 bonus to all their skills. Damn. Familiar power armor. I'm getting this. Lord Captain Void Ship gains a battle mastery feature. Best munitions and supplies of the defense of the expanse due to plating of all secret. Yes. Bastion. Hold on, let's see the rest of the stuff here. I don't much care about Drusians, we maximized them. I'll take the Resolve one and the helmet. Efficiency and security, we need that. Ship components, profit. Well, I can build all of these. And Echo of Victory. Whenever the wearer attacks any target in a 5-cell radius around them with a ranged weapon, their attack deals 20% more damage. Viabos 5. Witch's Last Cry. At the start of combat, the wearer gains the effect of the combat stim Serpentine for 3 rounds. Creatures' agility, armor, and dodge are increased by 15%, but base damage is reduced by 1, and armor penetration is reduced by 15%. I don't know. Imminent Torment. Ooh, this one's nice. It's Drukhari though. Kasbalika mission, I'll take it. Lord Captain's Void Ship gains the Diligent Cannoneers feature. 10% to critical hit chance with macro cannons. Yes. Craven's Bane. Two-handed. Terrifying weapon of Irj Sukhoi. A ship disciplinary officer who single-handedly put down a mutiny staged by the cowardly officers of the Void Triumpher. Chain weapons deal 25% critical. Oh my god. Let's see these. The Rogue Trader gains 10 intelligence, fellowship, and willpower. Damn, man. Chemicals, plasteel, profit factor. Well, I'll take this. Profit factor. More efficiency. And finally, Kiava Gamma. Lord Captain's void ship gains the Fleet Overhaul feature, 10% to damage dealt by allied void ships and 30 to their hull integrity. Arc Rifle Mindstorm. 1 more base damage whenever the wielder hits a target with an arc rifle. They also hit each creature in a 2-sail radius. Fellowship of the Void, though. I need this. Pontificus gains the Sanctified Promethium feature. 15% more damage with flamers and grenades. Long-range lance weapon. 84 to 98 damage to a chosen enemy within an arrow firing arc. Oh my. 5% to critical hit chance against Xenos enemies. Memory of the Daring. Provides 125 points of protection for each sector. This amount is doubled against enemy kinetic attacks. Eye of the Omnissiah. Provides void ship weapons with targeting data, granting 92% hit chance and 15% critical hit chance. Oh my lord, some of them are really good. I don't much care about the boots. More damage with flamers and grenades. We've seen these. A serpent of embossed lines coils around the barriers of these holy weapons, a complete chronicle of the exploration of the systems called the Lathe Worlds by the servants of the Omnissiah. Medium-range broadside macro cannons which fire 5 shots, dealing 30 damage per shot. And we get the Exalted Instruments of War. All allies gain 20% minimum damage to their ranged attacks. The Rock Trader's weapons carry the blessing of the Supreme Armorers of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Heretical. I'll take this. Might as well take the boots. I mean, I can take all of these. Lord Captain, the Crucible's great sculpting is underway. Foulstone is being transformed right before our eyes into a fertile world with lush groves and clean water. However, there is evidence that the Crucible has also created humans. From the mouth of the relic came several thousand people who, speaking an archaic form of Low Gothic, demanded to be given orders. They cultivate land, build houses and production facilities with obedience, and in general have a remarkable range of skills and knowledge. However, it seems that these people completely lack their own free will, and for this the monks have named them Touched. The tech priests who serve the Crucible came upon birthing vats built into the relic. The machine is constantly growing new Touched within them. There is a split among the faithful, though many call it a miracle sent by the Emperor himself, and want to quickly put the Touched to work. A part of the population is frightened by these soulless creatures born from the ancient machine. They demand that the planet's learned men intervene in the great sculpting and find a way to stop the production of the Touched. Efficiency but drops complacency. How dangerous are these Touched? They do not appear to pose a threat. The autopsy of several specimens had shown that they are physiologically identical to ordinary humans. No traces of corruption or xeno influence were found either. However, their obedience is a double-edged sword. They obey any orders without knowing or caring who gives them. And thus, nothing prevents a cunning intruder from bending them to their will, creating an army of obedient slaves or spies at their disposal. The servants of the Omnissiah have proposed a preemptive measure against this threat, subject their Touched to servitude in perpetuous, and inhibit them with binaric vows of obedience. What think my officers and advisors? They were begotten by the relic of Saint Cognatius, which meant their existence pleases the Emperor. Your people must be reminded that it is so. Arrange a public ceremony of tonsure to initiate the Touched into the Order of the Hammer, and a service dedicated to reading parables about the acts of Saint Cognatius and his followers.
Why don't you make the first move and assemble a mighty force from these Touched ones? If they are so obedient and diligent, then they will make fine troops. Assign a loyal commander to each squad to keep an eye on them, and these strange people will turn from a threat into defenders of the Imperium.
Lack of will, registering a high probability of manufacturing failure within the Crucible's sacred processes. It is recommended to dispose of the finished batch of units and halt production of new ones. The algorithm of the Great Sculpting requires further examination. Void ship tech change. Crucible-born Tempest. Long-range dorsal plasma macro cannons with fire 2 shots dealing 26 damage per shot. And this one? Assault adamantine plating protects the vessel from harm, negating 17 points of damage on the fore and 7 points on all other sides. I think I will listen to Ulfer's advice. Brigades of the Touch should be formed to serve on the other planets.
But do pick loyal commanders who would be ready to die for your cause, Vater.
The Touch did not resist their newfound fate, nor any other order for that matter. They were not particularly skilled at warfare, but they were obedient, dutiful, and most importantly, indifferent to their own deaths. Soon the first regiments were taken to orbit on void ships and dispatched to other areas of the Protectorate, as well as to the Rogue Trader's own flagship. Lord Captain, the situation on Foulstone requires your attention. One of the servants tasked with the Crucible's maintenance has declared publicly that he has been liberated of all worldly concerns, for he is none other than the reincarnation of Saint Cognatius. There are some extremely questionable reports claiming that he has performed miracles. Supported by a congregation garnered by preaching, he has asked for your ladyship's permission to depart from Foulstone with a crucible in tow, so that he may continue St. Cognatius' work and use the relic to transform worlds, once true to the faith of the Imperium, into lush, splendorous gardens. It goes without saying that such a generous gift to the Corona's expanse could bring great renown to your ladyship, but at a heavy cost. Foulstone would turn back into a wasteland, and you would lose the prestige that comes with having charge over such a valuable relic. What do we know about the so-called Saint Cognatius reincarnate? Tibor Hike, a technomat from Footfall. He now prefers to be called Brother Pure Voice, an unremarkable commoner with no family, gaunt, unkempt, covered in scabs from working the Crucible. He became obsessed with it from the day it was discovered. He never left his maintenance post, never rested, barely ever slept, fasting and living off stimulants and condensate from the relic's cooling circuit. Then he started having revelations and eventually saw the truth, or he went completely insane. His sermons are directed at commoners, appealing to them for humility and mercy. He often speaks about his former life as a saint, and many of these tales match known legends about Saint Cognatius. No anarchical pronunciations or radical deviations from the creed have been found in his words. Yet. I wish to hear the opinions of my advisors. I have had ample experience with saintly saviors like him in the past. Whatever great cause they proclaim as their mission, they genuinely, naively believe that people really do need them. If we round up enough orphans and lepers who would trip over themselves to beg our prophet for salvation, he will soon forget all about the Crucible and his holy mission. I know a few guilds of professional beggars who would be delighted to offer their services to us. False prophets in the streets are a common occurrence. Their sermons breed turmoil, riots, and acts of disobedience. The Inquisition recommends that such unstable agents be isolated and quietly removed. The archenemy lies take on many guises, but the Emperor's miracles are 100-fold stronger. On more than a few occasions, he has bestowed epiphanies upon the faithful, even those of the humblest origin. I myself bear the name of a poor orphan who was granted miraculous powers by his grace. So give me time, and I will find you the most loyal agents to escort Brother Pure Voice on his travels. They will keep him safe if he is pure, or punish him should they sense deceit in his words. But I have a feeling that his rebirth is a true wonder. Saint Cognatius Osterserum. Demon or work damage, they inflict burning to all adjacent enemies. Okay. Oh, the same thing. Consecrated weapons. Emperor's Will. On a successful hit with this weapon, the target must pass a toughness resistance test with a -10 penalty or become stunned. This is not bad at all. I will go with Argenta. I'll get to it immediately. I will choose the best people for this task, the most devoted. Having loaded the crucible onto the requisition void ship, the pure-voiced prophet gathered up his flock and set out for distant worlds to spread his word. The spiritual authority of the Order of the Hammer suffered as a result, and the loss of the crucible sowed substantial unrest among the populace. Before departing, the preacher expressed his appreciation by sending the Lord Captain a gift, a relic that, according to his own claims, once belonged to his previous incarnation. The stern guards, selected by Sister Argenta, vigilantly provide protection for the prophet, ensuring that his thoughts remain pure. Are we done here? Oh, we can build this. Okay, go for it. Anything else I'll check later. Footfall, nameless star. The Voxmaster may be able to tell the rogue trader something of substance. Oh, about the incident. Oh, okay, sure. That's not Vigdis, is it? Oh, that should be... what's his face? Helmsman? The tall man before you appears to be woven from tendons and muscle, blue veins, a snake under his white, almost dove-colored skin, and his scalp and chin are covered in cropped white hair. His neck and shoulders are wrapped in wires that hint at the presence of neural connectors under his uniform. The officer's face seems to be twisted in a perpetual grimace of annoyance and anger, but he greets you with a respectful nod. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman's Raver at your service. Does the word epitaph mean anything to you? Or perhaps Incident N87204 or Tech Blight? It all has something to do with Theodora's travels. Rather extraordinary travels at that. Can't say they do, Lord Captain. Doesn't ring any bells. Then again, remembering all the places Lady Theodora went is... Epitaph, incident. We've always had heaps of incidents happening on board, but... Through my implants, I feel at one with the ship, and I sense that, and I don't know when it happened exactly, it started behaving differently, became more responsive, livelier. Yes, livelier is exactly the word. And when you said epitaph and incident, it just dawned on me. Pardon my bangled report, Lord Captain, but that's all I've got to say on the front. Do you know anything about the ship named the Fiery Reckoning? I've heard the name, that much I'm sure of, but I can't recall the details. I wonder if it was part of that operation that the late Mort was put in charge of. If it was, then there's nothing I can help you, Lord Captain. The whole thing was kept under wraps. Your best chance would be to ask the High Factotum. Maybe some of his treasury records have mentions of this Fiery Reckoning. Okay, so we're talking to Janrik? Janrik. Pleasure to see you, Lord Captain. How may I be of assistance? I wish to hear news about the Protectorate, to keep apprised of things. We discovered a world that is home to a long-abandoned colony founded centuries ago by one of your predecessors. The ship was sent there, carrying several thousand colonists, who were to restore the derelict settlement. After the ship entered its system of destination, contact was lost with it, and its fate remains unknown. Perhaps you might like to investigate the disappearance of that vessel personally. In addition to that, your leadership, pirates have presented a serious problem for your domain. For centuries, a group of bandits, headed by a ship called the Elusive Contempt, has been raiding cargo vessels on their way from the Protectorate's most plentiful extractia. Their ability to deftly escape pursuits by patrols has allowed them to operate with complete impunity. The pirates' flagship has been spotted in a nearby system. Your leadership, Lord Captain, is sufficiently powerful to finally chase down those brazen scoundrels and bring them to justice. The Astropathic Choir has received a series of alarming messages concerning the Narmer 4 system, where a dangerous space anomaly has supposedly manifested itself. Its nature is unknown, but the fabric of space within the system is reported to be curved and unstable. It is said that any ship entering the region disappears without a trace. I believe we ought to be prudent and steer clear of that system. There is something else, Lord Captain. The ship's astropaths have caught echoes of alarming messages. Unidentified ships abandoned by their crews have been spotted in several systems of the Expanse. It may only be a rumor, but those who encountered them have gone missing. That is all, your leadership. Okay. Let's have a look here. Fellowship of the Void. To melee weapons equipped, they gain 10 weapon skill and 15% critical damage. Heinrichs would love this one. Let's buy all available. Oh, the Drusians have brought more stuff. Holy crap. Okay, this is a flamer. Plus, oh my god, this is nice. Warp damage. Virtue of ooh. Burning from flamers though. Should I give him a flamer? Can he even equip a flamer? A melt-a-gun. Scout armor. Holy crap, this is nice. Power Maul. Ooh, baby. Some of these are so good. Thank you. Thank you. Explorators are pretty low. We should work more with them. Reputation. I can give you some stuff. Heavy shield. One deflection and 10 parry. Block attacks, okay. Less shield block chance, but it has better stats overall. I think I'm gonna equip it. Casbalica mission. Storm Bolter. 6 rate of fire, not bad at all. Cursebringer. Heavy Xenomesh. I want heavy armor. Damn, that's a lot of stuff. Armor of the Dawn of Shadow. Of the Dawn of Shadow, yeah. We got so many new things. I can't even. What about you? Holy crap. Buy everything. It will take me eons to look into all this stuff, man. I should start with the armor bits. Also, we can level up. Hold on. I'm gonna level up myself. Can I get heavy armor? Toughness. Next. I want heavy armor. Can I get heavy armor? Multi-weapon proficiency. I don't think I can. Where do I find it? Base skill. Might be here. Chain weapon. Combat master, defensive maneuver. Origin talents. Weapon skill. I could take this or this. Both are great. So be it. Oh my god, there are so many things I can do. Cover efficiency. Yes. Where are the new swords? I want to see them. This is PSI rating, not for me. Damn, this is so good. No. Equip that over there. And where's the shield? Heavy shield. Oh ho 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 ho. Goodness me. It will take me eons to read all of these stuff. I just want to do something. Send me out there. Wait. Oh god. I have to check my quests again. The incident. The senior officers. Who wants to see me? Who is... The Vox Master. So... Is it Vigdis? Can you recall anything unusual about Theodora's travels? Do the words Epitaph, Incident N87204 or Tech Blight ring a bell? All of Lady Theodora's journeys could be considered unusual. Her odysseys were always audacious. As for the words you mentioned, none of them sound familiar to me as far as I can tell. Except maybe the incident. I recall coming across this word in transmission several times. I think it was repeated by the former engineer, the one who perished during Conrad Voigtvir's uprising. He was describing it as the incident, something quite remarkable. Apparently, at some point in the past, the entire ship was hit by a massive system failure. All systems stopped responding for 1/5 of a second. Most of the crew, including myself, as I was likely on board at the time, did not notice anything strange. But the tech priests are sensitive to such things. That is all I can tell you, Lord Captain. I wish I could help more. There's nothing more I can learn here. This is Dargonus. Find the world from Idira's visions. Footfall. Guard Rafal's calamity. And errands? What are the errands? High Factotum Janus ready to share their latest news from the Expanse. Okay, I don't care about that stuff. I think we will start by going to... Oh yeah, about Abelard's family. I'd like to address that immediately. It also depends, how close to that place are we? Go to the world of Quetzaltemer. Quetzaltemer, what? What is that? We could go there directly. Visions of the Dark is here. Somewhere around here. Oh my god, I have only one plasteel? We gotta go. Lord Captain, we have visitors on the bridge seeking an audience. Your presence is required. When in doubt, save. Best tip I've seen all game. Your Ladyship, if I may beg for a minute of your precious attention, I am elated to notify you that the delegation of High Ecclesiarchs of the Adeptus Ministorum have arrived at your vessel. The holiest of his servants have come to proclaim their veneration before the rogue trader, faithful to his word and fearful of his wrath. Long may the von Valancius name be praised in the annals of the Imperium. May the God Emperor protect this dynasty from peril and adversity. Noble Pontificus von Valancius, word of your righteousness and diligence in serving him has spread to the farmost corners of the Corona's expanse. It would be folly to let a paragon such as you travel among the stars without firm spiritual support. We are here to correct this egregious oversight. From this day forth, the ship will be consecrated daily and nightly by the servants of the Ecclesiarchy, given to you for toils eternal. So that his light in these halls may never fade, the Ecclesiarchy grants you a holy relic, a banner of Saint Cognatius obtained in the conquest of the Expanse. May this gift instill trepidation and reverence in the hearts of your subjects, and the altar created to bear it become a place of prayer for your senior officers. Does your Ladyship wish to witness the installation of the altar and banner? You would be the first to kneel before the relic and set the example of piety for the crew. It would be a great honor. Are we done here? What are all these? Heresy begets retribution. Behind the glass of the altar lies the banner of Saint Cognatius, a relic left behind by one of the Imperium's greatest and most mysterious missionaries who converted more than one world to their righteous faith. Oh, they just built it in the middle of the bridge? Okay. That doesn't look very practical. In any case, let's take a short break, and I will see you all in the next episode of Rogue Trader. Until then, thank you everybody for watching. Have fun, whatever you do. Take care of yourselves, and don't forget, keep on gaming. I will see you all next time.